Hey, welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to run kind of cross-state right now. Ara Topouzian, who is a good friend and the executive director of the Michigan Venture Capital Association, is joining us right now. So, Ara, how you doing?
I'm great, Chris. Hey, appreciate you having me on once again. It's always a pleasure.
It's always great because not only are you really good at this, and I know you practice at home, but you bring a lot of really important information. Let's start reminding everybody what exactly
Yeah.
the Michigan Venture Capital Association is and what they do.
Yeah, and I seem to do that almost on a daily basis because there's always that confusion that we're a fund and we're not a fund. We're not an investment fund. So, MVCA is a trade association. We're statewide. We're membership based. So our members are venture capitalists. There's some angel members, universities, economic development organizations, et cetera. So I'd like to say of we're sort of a chamber of commerce for the investor community of sorts is probably the best way to term that.
But you have incredible impact on the business community and the general economic circumstance of the state of Michigan. Tell us a little bit about that because you just released your new 2024 impact report.
Yeah, no, so I should clarify our members are the ones that really make that difference, right? And so we advocate for our members. And I've been here a little over 5.5 years now, Chris. And boy, I think these last couple of years have been fantastic. I think there's so much going on in Michigan, and there's so much more that can happen and needs to happen. So as you said, we just released our annual impact report, and it really shows information from the previous year. It's so some of the big takeaways is really the fundraising. So 2023 saw the most capital raised in Michigan based on funds of this past decade. I think overall activity has plateaued a bit here, but still we're above a lot of the national trends. So I think what the report the report shows a lot of information. It shows exactly where we stand sort of in venture, how we compare to the Great Lakes state and really national. And by the way, the answer there is again, we're a force to be reckoned with for sure. Michigan is because we have an abundant amount of fantastic startups and entrepreneurs. But what we're missing, as you well know, we need more capital in the state, and we could use more in the early stages. I think we have decent funding in the later stages, but in general, we need more funding in the state.
Well, interesting you say that because it's called the Venture Capital Association, but you have
Yeah,
membership from angel investors. Which are those?
we do. We have some angel members, and they join, Chris, because a couple reasons. One, they want to be supportive of the entire ecosystem. Two, they want to connect as well with VCs. They want to see and hear sort of what's going on, in that realm. I'd say last few years we've picked up, a number of different angel investors, and they're very important to the community because in many cases they are very first boots on the ground. And so we really need more angel investors. I mean, aren't you an angel investor? I mean, you're like a trillionaire,
No,
right?
I'm just an angel. Okay.
You're just an angel. Hmm.
Hey, listen, your report, where does that rank us globally in like startup ecosystem growth?
Um, Globally, we don't measure it globally that way. I think we measure a lot of it nationally and sort of within the Great Lakes region. I mean, Detroit is certainly seeing a major boost, and the report talks about how Detroit has really kind of come back and is a hub for entrepreneurial activity. I would have folks take a look at our website at michiganvca.org, and they can go to the 2024 MVCA Impact Report, and they can download that. I want to also give a quick couple of shout outs. One to the Michigan Economic Development Corporation for their generous support of the report, as well as PitchBook that really helped put it all together.
Okay, there you go. So what is needed to help grow our startup community?
We definitely need capital. We definitely need to concentrate on the workforce. I think we've got a great talent base here, and we need to hone that in. We need to keep these companies here. I think we've talked about in the past, we don't want another Google to happen, right? Google could have been here and it wasn't. And so I think we need to do what we can to try and prevent that. So we need incentives too. There needs to be some state incentives to promote and help venture capital. We could use additional fund to funds. There's a lot that we need in this state, but I think we're going to get there, and we're making some great progress.
Well, you have made tremendous. I remember when we used to be the desert of venture capital, truly. So,
Yeah, not anymore. Not
yeah,
anymore.
you guys done a great job. Ara Topouzian, thanks so much for joining us, Executive Director of the Michigan Venture Capital Association. You've been watching this Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with more.